Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was my stream. What the fuck happened? My shit just crashed. OBS, I mean, like Streamlabs OBS crashed. It gave me an alert saying like, yo, error, but it's okay, you can continue streaming. You want to continue streaming, or do you want to stop streaming? I said yes, and it was like, okay, it closed. But we're back. We're back. I don't know why it happened, but it'd be like that. OBS Streamlabs can be like that. Pretty funky and unpredictable. Also, where's the chat? Why can't I not see the chat no more? What? Oh, apparently I moved y'all over here. What? What happened? When did that happen? There we go. You're back. I'm sorry. You guys are back. Look, you guys are right there. Look, I'm right there. Right here. Right there. Right here. You guys are back, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. My computer crashed. Not computer. Streamlabs OBS. But we've returned. Okay. Damn, and I was addressing something too. I'm sorry. I forgot whatever we were talking about. Because it really threw me off. I heard you got that young Shota sort of vibe. Nope. Play Peggle while you get pegged. Are y'all okay today? What's going on? You guys need some time off? You guys okay? You guys don't seem okay. You guys don't strike me as okay today. Y'all worrying me today. Oh yeah, so yeah, I cut my girl's hair. That's about it. I think that's all I'm saying. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Thank you, It's Ended, for resubscribing for 2 months. And thank you, Silas Ren 732, for resubscribing for 10 months. That's kind of nuts. 10 months? You sure you're ready to commit to that long? What if I just fall off, you know? Refresh. Oh, some people still don't see me. Refresh. If you don't see me, refresh. God damn it. I'm gonna make it seem as if I'm like real pissed. Rav, why are you just like getting pegged to Peggle? Alright. Anyway. So we back in here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Let's get it started. Let's take a look through our questions section on the Rav Chord, and then we'll go over some stuff I've been finding. I've managed to access a really old hard drive that has been inaccessible to me for like 6 years or so. And there's some really old stuff, like dating back to when I was like 14, you know what I mean? 13. But yeah, and that doesn't mean I'm gonna show you like something that old, but I'll still show y'all something that's still fairly old. Rav, I can make it to the stream. Our power's back on in our Texas town. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Hope you're doing all right. Oh yeah, I saw your MS Paint art on Twitter. I wish I remembered the context to that. I mean, like those images. I just can't recall drawing them. So, whatever. Anyway, let's go through the Rav Chord. Let's see. Pink asks, how do you feel about the creative direction of your future releases? I can imagine you'd want to do what you enjoy. But do you have any idea where you want to take your music next? Not necessarily. I mean, it's like, it's always like I play it by ear. I just make a whole lot of music. Then I notice sort of like themes, obviously in the music, in terms of like what's going on in my life and how like certain songs and everything connect theme wise, structure wise, and then also sonically. If I see certain themes, then I might be like, oh, okay, well maybe like I'll focus on doing this or that, you know. But I'm working on a bunch of music, and it all sounds different. All the songs sound different to one another, which is cool. It's an exciting place to be. And then I imagine a couple months from now, I'll probably have a pretty good understanding of what it is that I want to do, you know. So yeah, whatever I'm gonna do, I hope it's not gonna sound like anything I did before. I kind of do like to venture out into new territories whenever possible, you know. But yeah, people were spamming Rav in the Needle Drop stream last night. Oh, for real? Did Fantani even notice? Time Test is one of my favorite now. I really liked it a lot. Thanks, Rawway. Appreciate it. But yeah, there's a lot of music I'm working on. Multiple projects actually that I'm working on. And also there's one thing I wanted to do. I was thinking of releasing maybe an instrumental album. Maybe like 12, 13 beats. Like very specific kind of theme of beats that I've made over the last few years that I think would connect very well. Many of these you would have heard, you know, from Skin. Some you would have heard on I'm Onto Me. Some you'll hear on my future stuff, and some you've never heard before. So I think it'd be tight. That's kind of where my head's at. Yeah, Special Herb style. That's kind of like partially the inspiration, because I was like, oh man, these are a vibe. These are chill. It'd be tight. So yeah. Big Boy asks, you collect anything, Rav? Not really. I used to collect games. I used to collect Dragon Ball games and Naruto games when I was like a teenager. I had like over 50 different Dragon Ball games. They were all wrapped and had a lot of shitty ones, you know? I used to collect certain types of manga again when I was a kid. But I don't think I collect anything no more. Even like with Magic, I'm not really collecting it. Magic, I just buy a buttload because I enjoy playing Magic. But I'm not looking to be like a collector, you know what I mean? So I don't think I'm collecting anything. Maybe memories. Not to sound corny, but that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Make some good memories, and you know. What's your favorite game on the Nintendo Wii? That's a hard one. There were so many fantastic games. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Rav, when you get the chance, could you post a link to the Rav Chord for all the new folks up in here? The link to the Rav Chord is below. If you look in the links below the socials, the Discord is in there. What do you draw influence from musically besides hip hop? Do you like more contemporary stuff like Death Grips or Bjork? I mean, it depends, kind of all over the place. I mean, I like Velvet Underground a lot, but yes, I do also enjoy a lot of contemporary stuff like Bjork and Death Grips. Death Grips is hip hop, by the way, so that's not besides hip hop. It's just experimental hip hop. But yeah, I love Radiohead. I love some of the Deaf Heaven stuff. I like quite a bit of different pop music. Louisiana blues is one of my favorite genres of music. There's a lot of different jazz that I draw inspiration from. Yeah, there's a lot of I mean, I don't sit around and go like, yo, what's the next hip hop shit I'm about to listen to and take inspiration from? You know what I mean? I think I take inspiration from everything that I consume. So, you know, whether it be television shows, documentaries, movies, anime, whatever music I listen to, video games I play, it's not very conscious. When I make music, I'm not like, yo, fucking channeling Q-Tip on this, but then here I'm like trying to channel Nas. Oh, but then maybe here I'm trying to channel I don't do that. I just kind of make, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Would you be down to have a Tama emote contest? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mods, absolutely. Favorite meme sample? I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm not really sure what you even mean by that. Best pickup line. Hey, what'd that dick do? Or, hey, your vagina? No, I don't know. All jokes aside, I don't think there should be any pickup lines. I think you kind of got to work your way into a conversation. I don't think it makes sense to maybe like, what are you doing here? Thank you, Hobgoblin, for another gifted sub. You've gifted 60 so far on this channel. You really are a lunatic. But yeah, let's see what else we got in here. What's your favorite animal? I love a lot of animals, but I think my favorite animal since I was 6 has been the Arctic fox. How much time do you have in chess? What? What do you mean? Huh? I'm not really sure what you mean. Rab, when will you play 5D chess? Maybe eventually. Rab, when will you play chess on stream? Maybe eventually. With Patsu? Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I could probably... Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe sooner than later, actually. Yeah. Then, y'all post this. This is pretty amazing. I'm onto the imposter. This is incredible. Holy shit. Y'all are fucking... stupid. I love it. Do you ever think of how your life would have turned out, like if the doctor named you something like Jonathan or Benjamin? What do you think the alternate reality of Rav's life turned out like? No idea. I don't know. No. Yo, when melancholy is sus, right? Yo, when melancholy is sus. Sorry. Let's just do maybe like 2-3 more, so we can jump into the gosh dang thing. Do you ever think of how your life would have turned out like if that doctor named... Oh, sorry. I'm fucking stupid. I already just read that. Do you usually watch anime with subtitles or dubbed? I've been trying to get back into it as I've always loved the culture and the imagination behind all of it, but I'm afraid I'm missing out on fantastic shows just because I can't decide between the sub or the dub. I don't want to start a subbed or dubbed war in the community either. I'm just trying to enjoy beautiful content in the best way possible. I'm also mostly asking because the sound bites you put in your music are always in English. I'm assuming to better translate the emotion of the scene with your song, and I'm genuinely curious about your opinion on the matter. Haha, loving the streams and the highlight videos, just sad I can't always be there live. I've used it in music in the past because I think it offers like good sort of like transitionary moments, you know, sometimes to transition, give like a little bit of breather. It's like a cheap form of dynamics within music. That's really it. And yeah, English translates obviously better than going with some other language. But yeah, I watch both subbed and dubbed. Like if dub is available, I'll watch dub over sub so I don't have to look at the screen all the time, or if I am, I can look at the art. If the dub is trash, then I'll switch to sub, which rarely happens these days because dubs have gotten way better. And if there's no dub available, but I'm really interested in watching the anime, I'll watch the sub. That's it. As simple as that. That's about it. The Ava clips make me sob. Did I have any Ava clips? I don't know if I've ever included any Ava clips into my music. Maybe I'm tripping. What's your guilty pleasure song? Oh man. Fuck. I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure song. I was trying to think like, what would I be embarrassed if someone else heard me listen to it? Now I can't think of nothing. Shit. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like what would be like a guilty pleasure song? I don't know if I have one. I don't know. Merch? Yes. I know you said you like snakes, but do you have a favorite species of snake? I don't think I do. Mostly because I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to snakes. I ought to be, because I love them a lot. Yeah. Let me get back to you on that when I actually get my shit together on that front. Would you ever consider any kind of cover album of your favorite tracks? That you've drawn inspiration from in your own style, or do you think covers would be less creatively fulfilling? Sorry, what? Would you ever consider any kind of cover album? Oh, doing a cover album is what you're saying. Would I ever do a cover album? Yeah, I've actually thought about that. I was thinking of doing maybe like a bunch of songs that I really like. Some Idea songs, some maybe Velvet Underground songs, maybe like, I don't know, fucking even Christina Aguilera is like Beautiful or something. Just like a whole mishmash, and then maybe I probably avoid hip hop just because it's like, besides Idea and some like maybe some other more eclectic artists like Subtle. I guess they're a rock band more so than a hip hop band. But yeah, just because if I'm gonna be doing a cover, I want that for it to be instrumentally interesting and different to the whatever the original is that I'm drawing inspiration from and I'm trying to cover. I'd like to reinterpret it in a way that would make sense within my universe, you know? So that's it. I don't want to ask you for too much, but can you say hello to Maria? She's not here right now. She got you to say hi for me in voice chat on Discord because I couldn't make it. Hey Maria, how's it going? Stop smoking crack. Maybe stop. You know, maybe consider like other hobbies. Yo, Rav, what's the plan for tonight? At a friend's place, and if it's something cool, I can probably watch. Yes. No, we're doing only lame shit today, Veeps. I'm about to play some stuff I found on an old hard drive that was previously inaccessible to me. For like 5-6 years, I wasn't able to access it. I've picked out the things that are sort of tolerable, and we can go through that together. And then we'll probably play some epic SMPP. And maybe something else. We'll see. Yeah. So that's what we about to do. That's what we about to do. All right. So I think we're ready. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Ha 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 ha. All right, guys. I need to get pumped up. Hold on. Beats to get pumped up to. Is there something to get pumped up? Let's see. Workout motivation. Let's see. Jubilant day, upbeat, lo-fi. Best workout music. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything that will get me DMCA'd. Nope, looks like we'll be fine. Let's take a look at this. Alright, I've had enough. So, you know what? Let's just go with one thing that has never failed me.
Looking for royalty free.
Nope.
Looking for royalty.
No, stop. Nope, stop. I hate these ads. What would you rate Dr. Stone 1 to 10? Also, I clipped the kitty in a song to YouTube and someone made lyrics for it. That's funny. I wouldn't call it a song, but yeah. 1 to 10? I don't know, man. Like, what do I look like? Anthony Fantano? I don't think of shit I enjoy in terms of metrics like that. No hate towards Anthony Fantano, because he obviously has a better grip on like having a system like that for how he enjoys music and how he's able to interpret it. But I'm never sitting around watching something. I'm like, 7.5 out of 10. This one, you know what I mean? I enjoy it. I'm not actively giving shit ratings, so I wouldn't know where to place it. I enjoy it a lot. I think Dr. Stone is hella fun. 7 or 7.5 out of 10 fun. It's really fun. It's great. I enjoy it. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sorry if that's not a very satisfying question. But yeah, it's good. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's very funny and fun. Doesn't take itself too serious. It's cool. Anyway, back to hyping myself up. Whew! Yeah! 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 Okay, we've hyped ourselves up. Okay, that was my that was my attempt at hyping myself up. Oh, there's a 2-hour compilation. Hold on. Oh wait. This is gonna get me DMCA'd because that one actually has some copyright music. However, I found another one that doesn't. We need a couple more. Yeah, and we're good. Okay. There's a couple more. Let's get this. Yeah. Oh, out and went down to the barn where I found my wife. I said, darling, kiss my wiener. She said, yeah. She said, yeah. All right, enough, okay? We back in here. Let's so I was digging through some stuff, and I found some stuff like, okay, here's some beats I found I made. I don't know if I'd even call them beats. When I was like 15, I got my first MIDI keyboard. So prior to that, the way I'd make music was I'd had a Casio keyboard and a cassette tape that I had a dub function on it. So, and there was a small like like small loop thing that you could do on the Casio keyboard. So what you could do is like, I could do like the drums, then loop that really poorly, because I didn't fully understand how the sequencer worked on there. And then I could play something on top directly. But that's it. You couldn't layer beyond that. So what I would do is I press record on the cassette player. The drum loop would come in that I made, and then I'd play on top, and then I'd record that onto the tape, and then those were beats, you know. So then I would put them in a fucking boombox or whatever, and then take a different cassette tape that I dub over, put it on my tape recorder, hit record, hit play, rap on top of it, right? So this was like when I was like 12, 11, you know. Then later on in life, I started recording digitally, really poorly, but I started getting into it. I found some sort of software that had like a sample bank, and you could just like arrange the samples and make beats. And I start learning how to do that, and it was very intuitive. And yeah. So, but then when I was around 15 is when I got my first MIDI keyboard, and a friend helped me get a torrent to version of Reason 3 at the time. So this was my first time where I could like, I could play something and like cycle between instruments that sound better than like those really cheap Casio keyboards. And I could quantize the things that I played, or just go in and correct, you know, the different shit that I played. And so it was like a whole new world for me. I was, you know, mixing became a thing. It's like now I have to learn how to do mixing and all of that. So but anyway, so I found some stuff from when I was 15 and a little older, and I've picked out the ones that are tolerable. And this was also during a time when I was like, I'd also maybe like to make some music for Flash games, because I was really a big fan of all the Flash animation stuff that was happening on Newgrounds. And I wanted to be kind of a part of that world, but I knew that I wasn't comfortable with animating. So I was like, all right, well, next best thing I could do is like get into it through like a kick my way into it through like music, the music door, you know what I mean? So here's one. It's called Level 1. I'm gonna play it. I'm surprised at how good it sounds considering I was only 15. Maybe I should stop telling you how old I was. This was 2006, 2007, okay? This was supposed to be for like a game in my head. No samples yet, because I wasn't comfortable with sampling on laptop. This part is whatever, but I like this part right here. So that's it. It's supposed to, and then it like kind of loops around, and it's supposed to be a loop. And I was like, yeah. As a kid, I was freaking out. So I'll take y'all through it. This was the era, so like I wasn't comfortable with sampling in Reason yet because it's so complicated to do so. You have to have like a separate. Back then, you had to have a separate piece of software called Propellerhead Recycle. And you could only import a specific type of WAV files. So then you'd have to convert your samples into a very specific WAV file, throw it in Recycle, chop it up, then load it up as a REX file in Reason, and then you could bounce it to your keyboard, right? So it was very, needless to say, it was very confusing. So it took me a year or so before I started learning how to do that. So I'm just gonna play some things where I was just like I was just enjoying playing the keyboard. That's pretty much it. Oh, this one's... It's so funny because this one's trash now, in my opinion. But when I was young, I thought this was so cool. I thought it was so like, oh man, I'm good at making music. Sounds like some karaoke bullshit, you know? Yeah, dating sim type beat. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, then this one was for also for a game. And I thought this would be kind of like based like in a desert, you know, if there was a level in a desert or something. Or like some sort of like bazaar, you know? Like Arabian market or something. Yeah, so there's that. There was that. Then I was kind of, again, this is I'm mostly showing you the video game kind of stuff, you know? I ended up actually making some music for video games. It's not public knowledge though, because I was never credited. Sometimes that was the decision I made. Sometimes I just wasn't credited, and I kind of didn't really care to follow up on it. One day I'll show you all the music that I actually got into games. Let's see. What's this? Oh yeah, this was supposed to be like, I don't know what this was. Like I was just like trying to create soundscapes and like epic feeling things, and I don't know. So weird to hear this now. Let me turn it up. So anyway, you can tell that like Newgrounds, 2007, 2008 Newgrounds was like a huge influence on my sound. Anyway, so there was that, and I thought I was getting somewhere. Then there's this one that I remembered someone used in their YouTube video. It was like they were going somewhere from A to B, and it was like one of those like time lapse videos that weren't very common. Really, they weren't many. I don't know. Maybe they were pretty common. It was 2008, I think, and I remember that was one of the first times like a piece of my music I saw on YouTube. And I was like, oh my god, yo, your boy made it, and I was really proud of this piece at the time. It was supposed to be kind of like I don't know. I did ambient music, and this was sort of like kind of just background music, you know. It almost sounds like some sort of TV show, like Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of thing or something. I don't know. How did I find that specific video? I looked my song names up everywhere back then. Oh, why did I decide to go with those drums? You get it. Just having fun back then, you know? And then let's see. Then there's this one, another attempt at like, oh, it kind of sounds fucking kind of cool and epic. And I think like I really liked a lot of anime that was during this time that like gave a very specific kind of like manly feeling, you know, and stuff like that. And I just wanted something that to make something that made me feel cool. So someone said sounds like a hoot. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, it has a little sample of me laughing here. Check this out. Back then. Yeah, Baby Rav. I thought I was so cool. I thought I had like really cool melodies back then, you know? Oh, there's a switch up if I recall correctly. Hold on. There's a switch up here, I think. Yeah. Yo, look at me, man, you know? Oh, no. Yeah, the cool part is coming. Hold on. There's one part that I think I liked a lot, and I probably will still think is okay. Hold on. Right here. It's right here. I thought this was so fucking cool. I thought it was so cool as a kid, you know? Like, I say kid, I was like my late teens, you know, mid to late teens, but I thought it was so cool, you know? You said somebody has used it in their video. Is there somewhere we can find it? I have no idea. I have no idea if it's even still up or what the name of the song was when I uploaded it, because I deleted all traces of that from back then, from the internet. May I personally steal and mix some of those old things and mess around with them just for some fun shit, messing around in game engine puzzle? Yeah, absolutely, go for it. The section if I include clear reference to yourself. You don't even have to refer to Rav made this or anything. I'm good. I don't need credit. Go for it. Use it. You good. Then a couple years later, I was like trying to move in a slightly different direction. Like more ethereal stuff. Thank you, Ray's Great O2 for the sub. There's some good ideas here. There's some good ideas here, but like Oh, the mic is hot. My bad. There's some good ideas on there, but it's like, oh, you meant kind of, okay, I thought you meant hot as in like it's picking up my headphones. That's an expression. Yeah, so I don't know. That one is when I started like getting a sense of like, all right, if I produce for myself for like the like outside of like all this cool anime-esque and video game stuff I'm making, if I wanted to actually rap over on my own shit, how would I want it to be? And this is kind of like this is during like territory. I was like, oh, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing the really annoying reason sampling. And I started looping some stuff, and you might have heard some of these things like, wait, no, I think I played this one on stream at some point before, but I would just take like moments of songs I liked from movies and stuff like that, and I'd just loop certain bits and then build on top of it, like this sample, and then I build on top. And then stuff like this one that you've heard, I've rapped over this at some point. There's that, and then there was like obviously the famous. I used a famous song. Both of those, no, that one is a really rare sample. The previous one was a pretty big song. Then of course I sampled Radiohead. I remember I was in a hotel room somewhere, and I pulled up my laptop, and I remember being really happy with myself. Could you throw these up somewhere? No. These are so embarrassing. This is going to get me DMCA'd, so I'm not even going to play that one out much. But then I was like, whoa. I'm still not finding my... I wasn't finding the right territory in terms of like, what is it that I wanted to do with sampled work? Like what kind of sample work I wanted to pursue. I had like a general thing I liked, but I wasn't expanding my pool of music that I'd be digesting, right? Or ingesting rather. So that's why like I'd sampled fairly popular things. It was really hard for me to find things where I was like, this is super obscure and nobody's gonna find it. Like, I mean, with this one, it's super obscure and it's incredibly obscure. If somebody finds the sample, I'd be very impressed with them, but don't snitch. But for the most part, it was difficult not to. These bits are for Baby Rav. Keep doing what you're doing. It'll all work out. Thank you, Bat Bob. I'll pass them along to Baby Rav. I still didn't know. I feel like now I've hit the sweet spot with, songs like, Get It, Through the Fog, Belong, Dead End, Prosthetic Self-Love, To My Future Self, and a bunch of other joints y'all ain't heard. I was like, now I'm more comfortable with how I would like to make beats, especially when it comes to sampling and looping, Like Madlib played a big part. I started studying his music more as I got older. I was like, all right, well, like, his shit is really stripped back and minimal, and I started to strip back and finding loops that made sense, But then also on the side, I was still trying to work on like just the keyboard, like learning how to make music without sampling, just using synths and stuff like that. So like here's this one. Hold on, let me jump a bit ahead. Okay, right here, check this out. I thought this is still pretty cool in my opinion. So I was still trying to basically apply the stuff I was doing with the video game kind of music I was doing before and everything, and trying to take those skills and somehow apply it in more production stuff. I actually rapped over some of that era music because I'm about to play you one that some of you will recognize, but it was from around the same era, uh, and I rapped over it. That's when I was like, oh, I think I'm like finding a spot. I'm finding a spot within like synth, mostly synth based, and non-loop music, like non-sample based music. I was finally getting to a point where I was like, I could actually rap over this stuff, and I've still continued that to this day. It's just I don't show as much of it. There's a song I wrote that I'm gonna record soon. That's definitely gonna come out either on my next album or as a single. That sort of channels that side of production, as opposed to like maybe the more sample heavy stuff, which I'm probably gonna be doing more of, just as a rule of thumb. But yeah, so anyone else just catch the googly eye reflection? Googly eye? Oh, you mean like this? Like when you the the light? Yeah, it's great. Um so yeah. So there was that. Then I found some, so that those are the things I'm gonna show y'all. I'm not gonna show you the other stuff because the other stuff is just, thank you Frozen Outbreak for subscribing. The stuff I've showed you, I see potential in some of those things. I see the good in like I'm proud of the young Rav that made those things happen, because it was not perfect, but it got me to where I am now. Like creatively, these were all very like important things, the hills I had to climb over. I'm probably not gonna play much of the stuff that's really bad from that era, and there is stuff. There's some terrible stuff. Like there's when I was just starting to learn how to sample in in Reason, and I was like trying to micro sample and it wasn't working. Like I'll quickly briefly play a second of something. It's like I hate that kind of stuff. It was very sloppy. It was not very nuanced. I didn't know how to really work that angle, and so a lot of failed experiments from that era. I say failed. There were experiments that again that got me somewhere. I found some rap stuff, some funny stuff for sure. I found oh man, okay, I found a verse I think I recorded before. I think it was on One Time for Your Mind Part 2. One of the verses on there, I was originally trying, like, playing around writing it to like a beat Bill made back in the day, and you'll know it's a Bill beat from back in the day because as I'm rapping over it, there's a point where you get to hear his tag from back then, Kill Bill on the beat, and it's really bad. My performance here is bad. That era of rap to me is bad, but the beat is hard. So this was like a demo that never saw the light of day. Kill Bill on the beat.
I'm designed to be dope, rhymes combining elope. I'm number one amongst these heroes like a binary code. And I honestly know I'm on it, leave your sinuses broke. Challenges reaching for the wrist is just a sign that I'm dope. And I ain't signed like an invalid lead, smoking we were rastas. Push me, watch your life turn quick into a creepy pasta. These MCs imposters, weaklings breeding needless gossip. Call me ravioli pasta, take your senses hostage. Throw your mental in the pot, mix it with my chocolate.
I hate it, but I was waiting for just like your Bill on the beat, that part. There's a little thing that I once pulled out an acoustic guitar and did something for Bill back when just like Bill and I started talking a lot to each other and we just recording dumb shit for each other. And then this one was called Billy's Favorite Hobby, performed by Lil Bill. My name is Billy, I have a big willy, some silly, come through the spot with my cock, I mean my watch, I have a watch on my hand, I have my hand in my butt, yeah, This was just like the kinds of things we trade back and forth on Skype, obviously never really meant to be anything beyond that, you always had the same sense of humor. Yeah, I guess so. Like we did. Obviously, it wasn't written because it's just too good. You know, some stuff is just too good to be written. Glad to know your humor has evolved since then. It has. I just thought if I go ding, 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 and just like improvise, I'm smart enough to come up with something really funny. You know. Chinatown. I found the original Chinatown hook. And when I say original, this was years. At least 3-4 years before Ramona. That's when I initially did the hook. 4 years. This is 2010. Okay? My first year of college. I met this girl when I was out. She was so reserved with a kind of smile. Her hair was dark, her eyes were round. I fell in love in Chinatown. Love, when it hits you, you fall for that girl, then you can't make decisions at all. You've lived. Anyway, enough of that. So bad. It was so bad. But it laid the foundation for basically when we were working on Ramona, when Bill was working on Ramona and I was there, and I've always been such a fan that I was pretty proactive in, I guess, helping with it. I gave him that. I'm like, hey, remember the Chinatown thing that you like? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what if I just give it to you? You do the verses. I'll re-record the hook, and that's it. I'm like giving you the hook, right? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then he wrote that same night, I think. We recorded that same night. We were both sick. Really, really sick during that period of time. But we got it done, recorded and everything. And so, yeah, 4 years later, the version that y'all know came out. 4 years after, like, you know, the original demo was recorded. So very rough around the edges, but it was supposed to be a demo. Like, these weren't complete things, you know. These were like ideas. Like here's one. It's really cringy, but just to give you an example of how a lot of the times the ideas work is just kind of like you lay down a foundation for something, and then you either expand on it or you don't. And 9 times out of 10, you don't. You just move on. So like here.
Hipster
I know this one girl, and she said this one thing. She ain't looking for no boy. What she needs is a. She said that boys be sleeping, and that's why she don't need them. She said she needs a real man, so girl, just be with me then. She said that boys be sleeping, and that's why she don't need them. She said she needs a real man. So like, that kind of stuff where it's like, all right, there's an idea there, but it didn't. I appreciate you guys have been very, very sweet, but it didn't hit me the way that it's hitting y'all. To me, it was like, I like
some of the potential this holds, but I don't know. Not enough for me. Thank you, Random R6, for subscribing. So yeah, there was that. So I don't think I'm gonna show much beyond that. I don't think. But yeah, sometimes it's just like it's like again, it's not bad. Like it's catchy, but it just like it didn't. It's the same thing with Chinatown. I had an idea. I thought it was catchy, but I just couldn't continue. Like I couldn't complete the vision. I couldn't execute it because I just didn't feel like. And again, like most of these, I never put out anywhere. These all just remained on my hard drive, right? Maybe Bill heard this one. I'm pretty sure Bill must have heard this one back then. And I think he said, I say back then, like 2011 or 2012. 2012. I think probably 2012. I showed him that. And no, 2011. 2011. I think I showed him that. And I think he was like, oh man, that's really cool. But I could tell that it's not something he needed or wanted either. You know what I mean? So let's play it once more, just because it is catchy. It's a little catchy.
This one girl, and she said this one thing. She ain't looking for no boy. What she needs is a man. She said that boys be sleeping, and that's why she don't need them. She said she needs a real man. So girl, just be with me then. She said that boys be sleeping, and that's why she don't need them. She said she needs a
So anyway, so there's a lot of ideas from that era, and I hated almost all of it. That's the thing. Like I loved it at the time, but I also I had a conflict with it where I was like, but it's missing stuff, and it's incomplete, and that's why there's so much B-sides and rarities music that came out years later that was compiling music from this era, and I guess I just forgot to include this one on one of the B-sides and rarities, but I had a bunch of ideas, and then just like I don't want to complete them. Moving on. I don't like it. Moving on. And then when if something felt right, it felt right. You know, I was like, oh shit. You know, with Beneath the Toxic Jungle, I kind of knew what I was navigating, and by the time I was doing like B-sides Volume 6, I was like, at this point, like all the music I'm putting out there with B-sides is fairly recent. It's like at that point it was becoming like recent music. I'm like, it's defeating the purpose that it served me at one point, which is just a way of me to. It was a way for me to upload a bunch of zip files onto the internet, just to be like, be gone, like taking out the trash. I think that's how I used to tell my friends. I'm like, I'm just putting it out there, taking out the trash. And by volume 6, I was like, I actually like this stuff. Like I like a lot of the stuff I did on volume 6. Not all of it, but I definitely like some of the stuff. And I was like, you know what? I need to stop using this whole B-sides thing as an excuse to not just work on projects. And so stopped that, you know, and then worked on New Moon with Bill, Solar Flare, Skin, I'm On To Me, a bunch of other projects in between that got scrapped. Working on a bunch of projects now. That's kind of that's the trajectory, I would say. Yeah. I might post she said that boys be sleeping. I might post like a clip of that on Twitter just to piss people off. Because I know some people be like, yo, drop it, dude. And I'll be like, no. I can't. But yeah. New stuff is way better though, trust me. This is all very rough around, very much rough around the edges. I found a lot of like older Bill stuff as well. I found the first song Bill and I actually put out together. Back in the day, and it was supposed to be, it was over like this fucking stupid mambo beat. Someone sampled mambo, and we thought it was funny as fuck. Thank you, Pup Howdy, for the sub. Big boy, I appreciate your kiss, but I can't. Let's see. Yeah, so this was like 2008 or 2009. We just started. We've known each other for a couple years, or about each other, but we disliked each other for years. And now we just started talking together, and we're like, might as well, like, let's do a song. This is back when we just like do. We're like, but let's not do a serious one. So again, this is before we really wanted to work together in a really like in a serious musical kind of capacity. That didn't happen until like 2011. 2011 is when we were like, hey, we noticed like we really grew to appreciate each other and respect each other, and we became really close friends. And so we recorded songs like Abandoned, you know. So this is way before that. And then and this song was supposed to be kind of like it was supposed to be sort of be like a joke song. That was only going to be on Newgrounds, and it was, I don't know, like we were just fucking around, you know. And there was like this thing that was going on around that time, like Big Seanisms, as in like, you know, Drake, for instance, was very guilty of Big Seanisms or Drakeisms, whatever you want to call it. But it's where he'd be like, you know, I ball chemo. Haters want the next be. They'll be like, he just like say something punchline, you know, like he would just say like that. It would be like very stupid, funny shit in our opinion. Like just be like, you know, I this like a thing, you know. And so I was like, let's do a song like that. I know you generally don't mind people using your music, but how would you feel if someone took that bit of the song you show and assembled the full song out of it? Good luck. If you wouldn't be able to, if you rip it from the stream, that's like such bad quality, bro. Like, I don't know what you'd be able to do with that. Best of luck to you. But this is terrible. This is terrible era. And even though we were making jokes here, I'm going to skip some stuff nevertheless. Even though we were making jokes, we were really bad, bro. Like, we were really bad. Like, really bad. Painfully bad. We were teenagers trying to rap, and we hadn't really figured out our voices, our approaches, our writing, our mixing, nothing. This is terrible. But this is for those who need some encouragement. If you're worried about your art, whether you draw, you sing, you rap, you produce, you animate, you figure skate, whatever it is that you do, and you worry that you're not any good and you're not as good as, you know, like the people that you look up to. This is a rare insight into like some terrible music. So let me just jump like from 23 seconds in. Let's see. Okay, no, let's go back a little bit. This is terrible, but
I'm so dope, hair on, can be cool and hot.
Aircon,
So fresh, so clean, Air Ones. Good day, like I got my hair done. Bet you didn't really get it.
Insider.
Yo, girls on dope, I'm insider. Shake that ass, girl. Don't let that butt freeze. I've been searching for you, girl. One Piece. Yeah, believe the hype. I ain't just acting cool. I can grant you any wish. Dragon Balls. Save you when you need me, girl. Tuxedo mask. If I see anyone touch you, hear the heater blast. It's whatever, right? Just do the mambo till the sun rises.
So basically, you get it. So the whole point was just like, you know, as I said, making fun of the whole Drake thing, set up like, and then punchline, I'm cold and hot, aircon, you know, I've been looking for you, girl, One Piece, you know, stuff like that. And then let's listen to Bill, see what Bill used to sound like.
Like Golden Mambo, try to fit a bomb flow. That's the shit we on, bro. Swagger don't be on, bro. Straight bravado, paired up, we rolling on. Your chicks stay up on my balls, Pokemon, stunting polo, Brass Monk easy. you're not my CD, but really wanna be me. I cop that TV, tryna get implanted. I see the competition and I'm gunning to the front, and I'ma ball till I fall, running to the death of me. Your chick wanna swallow me, call me ecstasy. Knock the flex and be what does that. Whole text, I'm on point, arrow status. Watch the bow flex, and I'ma roll the drone next. I'ma break your bro neck. The boy plexing, so professional like medical. Higher than a pedestal, we do the damn thing. If you told that bullshit, it's going through your man's brain. Don't it?
So you see, both of us, even though like that is obviously not a serious joint, we still both try to not sound trash, you know. But look, this is pre 2010s. This is the 2000s, late 2000s. Bill and Rav. Yeah, when Bill used to rap like this, and I used to shout every time I rapped, and then he'd be like, "Yo, man, my name's good Billy. Yo, hey, get off my Pokeballs. Hey, get off my Pokeballs." So, Aircon. So Bill we started having that joke. They're just Aircon. Bill would make fun of me, and when I rediscovered it, I was just immediately like, in love. Like, I was hit with just like so many memories of like just different stupid things that we did from back then, you know? No, please don't talk about the Aircon line. You need to shout when you rap. How else would people hear you? That's what I was saying, you know? So there you go. Went from that to like doing very different kind of music, you know? So like went from that to what's the song called? Here we go. Went from that to Dandelions, you know, like years later, but now I don't shout all the time. Dandelion seeds fill the sky. I remember making wishes once, casting dreams beyond the stars, yet reaching out is but a distant drum. First time that I kissed someone. Aircon! Yo, we need an Aircon emote. We need an Aircon emote. Did Rav just tell me to try to follow through with trying to draw, do music shit, code, and more shit? How the fuck? Jack of all trades, good at none, decide what the fuck to do though. Do everything. Look at Rekadam. He's a video game developer. He's such an ill video game developer. He's a dope hacker. He's a dope drummer. He's a dope rapper. He's a dope producer. He's drawn and animated stuff too. You can do anything you put your mind to. Look at Aaron Hansen. Fantastic voice actor. Fantastic animator, fantastic at drawing, fantastic at entertaining, fantastic at like improv comedy. There are many people out there who are polymaths, and I think with the access that internet allows us these days, and all the information that it affords us, can allow us to sort of become polymaths in a way that maybe 20, 30 years ago would have been a lot more difficult. Rav, this is hilarious, but my internet is having a stroke. I'll be back later for games once it chills out. Love you, Npunga. You gotta install an aircon in your room so that it cools it down. You know what I mean? It cools down your broadband. So yeah. Let's see. I've been trying to get into 3D modeling because everything so accessible now, for real. Yeah, and you're not gonna be immediately dope, or as like that's the thing. Like it's almost like a bell curve with a lot of the art stuff, where you start off because you're excited to do different things, and you have a vision in your head how you want something to look, but you can't. And so it's like, it's not a bell curve. Rather, it's like I forgot what the curve is called. It's just like a curve like that it's flat, and then kind of starts shooting upwards. Where like you struggle to create something the way that you imagine it in your head, and then you get to a point where you are able to do that eventually, and then other difficulties are presented or, you know, sort of coming your way, there's always some sort of obstacle in whatever that it is that you do. That's just life, right? So, but with art stuff, or anything that requires skill, oftentimes it's just like getting past that part where you're less dope than your imagination is, you know? Just takes time. Like training, like if you're drawing, training your hand to get to a point where you can do those things that you're imagining in your head. And it's very similar with singing and rapping and everything. A lot of it takes just a lot of practice and commitment. I'm gonna fucking try that shit then. Gotta beat up my procrastination and then this might go off, yo. Punga, have a good one. Thanks for being around and gifting to us. Yeah, and Punga always come through, fucking slide through with the gifts. But reasons why we should ban Rav. He encourages his fans to pursue their creative aspirations. Absolutely. Hashtag ban Rav. You keep kicking me when I'm down, motherfucker. Shoot the aircon. Alright, y'all. Settle down with the aircon, okay? Tried to learn guitar for a while, but I ended up giving it up when I got sort of good at it, because then it got obvious how much work it requires to get where I wanted, and I'd rather paint and shit. Yeah, that's the other thing. Whatever you pick up, you can always not give up on it, but like put it down whenever you want to, and then like restart it whenever you feel like it again. You know what I mean? So, that was an ad. I muted an ad because I was trying to load up Lo-Fi Radio. What do you think it was? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if I refresh if I get the same ad. Now I don't get ads. Okay, I always get ads, but now I'm refreshing and not getting any ads. Oh well. I agree. Hope everything is going good for everybody in here. It sounded like the brap. Do you use AdBlock? No. He shouted aircon at me at a Chili's parking lot and busted my eardrums. Alright, so maybe we should play some Minecraft. I'm hot and cold. Minecraft. Minecraft. Maybe young Rav was trying to become Dead Body, now that I think about it. Maybe that's all it was. Minecraft. Sorry. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Whoa! Whoa! Sorry. I'll stop now. How do I put myself back? Was I here? I think I was. Sorry, that was a little crazy. Guys, watch. I'm about to knee my desk. Oh! Sorry. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. It's real stupid. I'm a silly poo-poo caca sometimes, yo. Anyway, here we are. Your humor has matured. Yeah, clearly it has. Oh, oops, let's make it a bit larger. And let's share the screen. Oh. What about yourself? I guess I should probably hop on. Yeah, someone else is online. Can y'all believe that? For once, we got someone other than me. Just me. There we go. Mumble linked. Cool. Just in case. I'm good. Have you ever seen the movie Ma? I'm gonna get Trevor to unwhitelist her. All right, check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Come through with the big fucking mouth ball. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we were decorating the hospital, right? I kind of just don't give a shit no more. I feel like, oh, we need paintings. How do we get paintings? Trevor might have been impressed by my aggressive tweet. He better have been.